Thank you for your interest in our efforts towards a healthy Petaluma River watershed. This short video will provide an update to our current work and explain how you can be involved. The Petaluma Watershed Collaborative is a multi-stakeholder group focusing on the Petaluma River watershed spanning across both Sonoma and Marin counties. The collaborative is currently led by the Sonoma Resource Conservation District, also known as Sonoma RCD. The RCD's role is to respond to the most pressing natural resource concerns by assisting landowners and the community to be a part of the solution by addressing natural resource, human, and economic needs to achieve watershed and landscape level conservation goals. Sonoma RCD was awarded funds to provide coordination efforts for the collaborative from July 2019 through June 2022 by the Bureau of Reclamation's Water Smart program as part of the Cooperative Watershed Management Act. The collaborative has been working towards the goals and outcomes that will be finalized in June of 2022, which we are currently soliciting input and feedback for. The collaborative's vision is to perpetuate a community of active, informed, and engaged stakeholders that cooperatively improve landscape functions and resource values to improve the health of the Petaluma River watershed and surrounding community. One of the goals of the collaborative is to build the capacity of Petaluma River watershed stakeholders to carry out sustainable watershed management and restoration in the watershed through the creation and ongoing assembly of a Petaluma River Watershed Collaborative. Under the organization of Sonoma RCD, stakeholders meet approximately every other month to provide updates on their work in the watershed, discuss next steps for plan development, and share information relating to the watershed and future goals of the group. These meetings are open to the public and all are welcome to attend. Additional goals and near-term efforts include updating the current draft Petaluma Watershed Enhancement Plan and developing the first action plan for the Petaluma Watershed that will showcase a top 10 list of priority projects and actions to be pursued in order to work towards a healthy watershed. The Petaluma River Watershed Enhancement Plan was last updated in 2015. Current efforts for this plan focus on ways in which stakeholders can work collaboratively to identify watershed needs as well as opportunities to protect, conserve, and enhance the watershed. We are currently updating the plan with a focus on incorporating data from recent studies, such as the recent Historical Hydrology and Ecology study, and determining knowledge gaps of the watershed that, if more information were known, would be beneficial to practitioners working to protect the watershed. We would like to gather ideas for potential watershed management activities, concerns, insights, and suggestions from all those that have an investment in the watershed. This is an important part of our process. We are looking for input from community members, natural resource practitioners, and interested parties alike. The action plan is being developed as a companion to the enhancement plan. The action plan will serve as the directions or next steps following the current planning phase to prioritize actions in the watershed that promote collaborative work among all entities working within the Petaluma River watershed. Our overarching goal is to restore the watershed's health for the environment and community alike. To do this, the action plan will identify and prioritize the top 10 management and restoration projects to be implemented in the watershed. This list will serve as guidelines for project partners to implement and direct future work of the Petaluma Watershed Collaborative and its stakeholders. The action plan can be thought of as a roadmap of the top 10 areas or projects to focus on after our planning efforts are complete. Community support and participation is vital to the collaborative's success. Please consider getting involved by participating in either or both of our planning efforts. Here's how you can be involved in our work. To participate in the enhancement plan efforts, we ask that you review the draft plan and provide input by entering your suggestions and comments into an online survey form. Your input will be explored in our update of the enhancement plan. Both the draft enhancement plan and survey link to provide comment can be found on the Petaluma Watershed webpage on the Sonoma RCD website. Is there an action or specific project that you have always wanted to see completed or at least identified in the Petaluma Watershed? Please submit your ideas by completing the survey form for the action plan to the best of your ability. A project selection committee of the collaborative will review and rank all submitted projects for potential inclusion in the top 10 priority project lists that will be included in the Petaluma Watershed Action Plan. Potential projects may include, but are certainly not limited to, creek or habitat restoration, vegetation control, flood control, revegetation or riparian planting, erosion and sediment control, water security, addressing water quality concerns, or have a community-focused aspect such as access to lands, providing a community service opportunity, or providing an educational opportunity. We can't emphasize enough, we welcome all ideas and suggestions for both plans. We hope to receive feedback from community members, interested parties, natural resource practitioners, and residents alike. No project is too big or small for us to consider. We are open to large, small, rural, urban, ag, developed, or community areas alike. There are very few limitations to the types of projects that we may include other than needing to reside in the Petaluma watershed and providing a watershed benefit. Thank you for your time and your interest in our efforts of working towards a healthy Petaluma River watershed. All information, drafts, and survey links can be found on the Petaluma Watershed webpage on the Sonoma RCD website. For further information or troubleshooting assistance, please contact Sonoma RCD Project Manager Katie Robbins. We look forward to hearing all your Petaluma Watershed ideas and suggestions.